Boom, there we are. Morning. Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to Morning Mindset. It is August 1st today. Woo-wee. Where'd the summer go? First up, let me know where you're from. Let me know what the weather's like. Let me know what's in your cup. So we got water in here this morning. And then let me know how my mic is because, that's how it works around here. I don't know about you, but we had some weather roll through here last night at about it's probably about 2 in the morning, 2:30, somewhere in there. It was a nice vicious storm. It was ended up with the dogs and the kids in the bed. It was crazy. 'Cause today is the last day of Mr. Mom. Corey does return today, so I've got that on my list. Remember, here's what we got for you. We need 5 things that you're going to accomplish today. Just write them out. That's all you got to do. What are 5 things that you need to get done today? Write them down. That way you can check them off. I've got a pretty long list of things, but stuff that I need to do is I've got DTF transfers to print and ship out today. There's some rush orders that need to go. I was going through stuff from over the weekend, and there's quotes that we need to send out. There's invoices that we need to do as well because quotes were accepted from over the weekend, so that's awesome. We've got our Success Group's Masters of Success call at 9:30 this morning, so that's from 9:30 to 11. So I've got that. Then tonight, with it being the first, we have OSG office hours call, and that's tonight at 6 p.m. And then we've got ship out deliveries. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. I got to make sure to pick Corey up from the airport. Not 100% sure what time she's coming in yet. I originally thought it was 11:30 this morning. It was not. It was 11:30 tonight, and I knew it was that, but I was just thinking, 11:30, yeah. I was thinking day, not night. But she was trying to see if she could get home a little sooner, but I don't think that's going to happen. She said she'd let me know, but so yeah, that makes for a long day. When I think I cashed in about 12:30-ish last night, and then 2:30 storm, and the kids rolled in. And then from there, it was just like naps every half hour because kids, dogs in bed. It just didn't work well for me. So I will be running on water and Monster today. Because it's going to be a long, long day. I said between this, we have the call, then we have the call tonight, and then I have the kids, everything in there with that, and then to be at the airport to pick her up at 11:30. That's going to make for a long, long day. So let's check in, see how everybody is doing this morning. What's up, Chuck? How are you? Curtis, good morning to you, my friend. Kelly, good morning to you. Sandy, good morning as well. Jesus, good morning to you, my friend. Coffee in the cup. That is great. Jose, good morning to you. Vicky, good morning as well. FU, Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but good morning and a heart to you. Remember, StreamYard and Facebook don't always play nicely together. And when that happens, this is what comes up. You become FU, Facebook user. So there's 2 things that you can do to stop that from happening. First, you can head over to OurSuccessGroup.com/ where's that? I know I have the little link for it. Yeah, right there. You can head over to OurSuccess.group/Facebook. Give StreamYard permission. We should be able to see you. It seems to happen every 2 or 3 weeks to people that go this route. But the other thing that you can do is just head over to our YouTube channels, fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com. Head to either one of those. Then we'll be able to see you. Sound is a little crackling. All right. So I'm going to see if I can reset that real quick and see what happens. So let's go mic check. Let's go ahead and go off. And on, and let's see how that works. If that changes anything for it. Happy, hot, and humid Monday from Chicagoland. Water in the cup. Mike sounds decent. 5 things catching him up from being away last week. List is long, still sorting. Yeah, and that's what happens when you take a little time off. But you had a good time, right? Went down to the Ozarks. You had a good time down there. So, sometimes it's worth it. You got to take some time for yourself to go have fun, enjoy it, because if you don't, what are we working for, right? And yeah, we're in for a scorcher. What am I seeing? Like hundreds over the next 2 weeks? Yeah, it's going to be awesome, right? And something else that really threw me for a loop was the amount of people who are starting school today. That really sounds really early to me. The first Monday in August. And now we had a block party over the weekend, and so our school is actually in our addition. So, we had some just talks about school and that, and rumor mill has that we are not starting school on time this year. They are putting air conditioning in our schools, or at least in our school. I think there's 3 of them that they're doing, and it sounds like they're behind schedule. So it sounds like we might be remote learning for a couple weeks. Yeah, that sounds awesome, right? No backpack night, no none of that. Just some remote learning. So yeah, good times there. It would be nice. And they really can't tell us when because they said things could change and things could pick up the pace. But yeah, we might not be doing that. Besides, our kids started on like the 26th of August, a Friday. They're starting on a Friday, and then they were going a Friday, and then they were going the weekend, and they had a 3-day weekend because you have Labor Day right there. So I'm not real sure what's going on. We'll find out as it gets closer. Ooh, Suze, you go close that deal. Go to the supermarket, close that deal. Mo, good morning to you. Alan, good morning to you as well. Well, Kelly's got banners. She's got invoices. She's got shirts. She's got signs. She's got race car lettering and stickers for kids' night. Awesome. 6 list for my daughter because I'm leaving Wednesday for Graphics Pro trade show, among much more. What show are you going to, Kelly? What's come up? Graphics Pro. Where's it at? Is that in that one? They just had it in Atlantic City, didn't they? Myrtle, South Carolina. Is it in? Is that the one that's in Myrtle Beach? There's something coming up. There's something coming up soon. There's a couple different things coming up. There was Condi's open house last week. We got Sublimation Summon coming up. There was EEM coming up. There's apparently a Graphics Pro somewhere coming up. One of the things that we're looking for was the Printed United that's in Vegas. Now, we had a conversation about this last week with somebody, and you figured, Vegas is going to be a great show. There's always going to be a lot of stuff there, but come to find out, there's going to be zero training, and so that's kind of you go to a trade show to see new equipment and see new products. Sure, you can see all of that online. It's actually to see it, feel it, do whatever. To me, the two biggest things at trade shows are going for the networking with other people, and 2, going for the education. So if Printing United doesn't have any education, then you're just going into a big kind of sales thing. So you're going to rely on each booth to have some kind of education going on. And most of their education is going to be revolving around you purchasing their equipment and how it works, which that's what they should be doing. They got to pay a lot to be there. So you want to be able to make sure to, they want to recoup that investment on it. So kind of disappointed in that there's no training at Printing United in Vegas. So we're still looking to go. That's going to be, I think it's the last week of October. So chances are we will still end up going. We had made plans to do it, and there's that. Now, Corey just finished up with TumblerCon. That was down in Texas. Looks like everybody had a blast down there. Had a really good turnout. She's bringing home a lot of stuff. It sounds like she got a lot of stuff there. Made some really good connections. In fact, there's another Tumbler Fest, I think is what it was. That looks like it's going to be pretty local to us, and so it looks like we might be a part of that. Just because, hey, if something's in my backyard, I got to be a part of it, right? So in one way or another, we got to be there for that. Curtis, you've got OJ in the Cup. Press small order. Doctor appointment, press some tumblers. Way to go, Curtis. That sounds like a great day there. Long Beach. Ooh, Long Beach. Yeah, I think we need to do that again next year. What was January? January in Long Beach. That's kind of nice. I think I might have to do that again next year. Yeah, we had a good time. Wasn't nearly as big as the show that was in past, but hey, we did get to see Coolio, so that was nice. Plus, Kelly, you're out there. How far are you from Long Beach, Kelly? Is it something that's not that far, or is it something that you got to make a trek to? So let me know on that, because we'll definitely go for that. Yeah, good luck. So seriously, no training. That makes it much. It does not having any training at all for the once a year show. That does. And apparently they said when 15,000 people there, that's what they expect for attendance. 15,000 people, but really only 300 take training. Or it was something like that, 300 or whatever, that it's just not worth putting it on for it. I guess I see that point, but I find that shocking that only 300 people go to training for it. Yes. And that's, I think we're Westgate. The Westgate is where we were looking at staying, because I think that was within walking distance. It's like right around the corner from where it was. It seemed to be the most value friendly for it. It was either there or TI. I told Corey, I said, TI, if we can get on Lagoon side so we can watch the show from there. But Vegas should be a fun time. And I think they will actually be down for that week, because we won't, I think if we do Sunday to Sunday, we got to do that whole, we can fly direct from here, but it's only on Sundays and Thursdays. The show goes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if we wanted to go Tuesday, Saturday, we've got to then do the connecting flights to Chicago and figure out, is it worth it for the extra days and that. So once she gets back from this trip, then now it's time to start doing that. So the Tumbler Fest looks to be here in the Quad Cities. I got some information on it. We're going to meet up with them here in the next coming weeks. It's going to be next July. We said we have to be a part of it. So, we'll definitely one way or another one way or another, we'll definitely got to be a part of it. It's really close to the storefront that we're working with to get our stuff in is going to be literally 3 blocks, maybe 2 blocks. I'm trying to think. You go up a block, then I think it's either maybe even 3 or 4 blocks. So it's not far from where the storefront will be. There's a lot of fun stuff that is downtown. There's the adult arcade. So I think there could be a lot of good opportunities there. So I think we'll be a sponsor one way or another. I can't have something here and not be it. Plus, it's just more reason to get everybody here. The other thing too is that there's some talk of being able to do some education side on it. There's going to be 2 floors to the building that it's in. One floor was all going to be vendors, and the other floor was all for classes. And so I think we can definitely figure something out. We got a year to figure it out, so we will be able to go from there. Sandy's got Masters of Success this morning. That's right. That starts in 45 minutes. Embroider shirts, press transfers, follow up with several customers, product for show this weekend. That's awesome. And I love ISS January. It was nice last year. It is not too shabby at all that time of year to be out in Southern California. I can definitely see why people love it there. Not so much the reason, for crazy high taxes and property values and all that stuff. Like cost of living is crazy, but for the weather, that's why you're doing that. 6 hours away, so it's not too bad. That's usually about my limit. About 6 hours is where I'm like, all right, I'll drive here. Anything more than that, I start looking at, do I just fly? Because it's just 6 hours to me. I just start to get a little antsy. I get a little like, this sucks, but is it really worth it or that? And I'll go longer if I need to, 12 if I really need to. But yeah, if I can just fly, it makes things way, way easier for me. I say, and you'll need extra help in the shop if it's that close to the show. Well, then that's the great thing about this, right? Is so at that shop, I won't have to do anything since we're going in. It's kind of a consignment partnership. There's some space in there. They're going to take care of that all. They're going to take a cut of it. So it should work out really nice. That's one of the reasons Corey was down at TumblerCon to meet up with some other vendors to see about, the big thing that we're missing out on is the epoxy side of things on it, because we've got people in place for equipment. We've got, glitter, we've got transfers, we've got supplies, we're working with Caesar and StarCraft. So we've got a lot of the puzzle pieces in place, but there's still a couple things that we're missing out of, and epoxy being one of them. So that was, part of TumblerCon. I say, hey, talk to some other people, see what you can find, see what you can do. Because we said, here, this is how we can bring it in. So we said, well, we can start small and then go from there with it. Just another reason to put things out there and go with it. But it'll be fun and exciting with that. I say, hey, I didn't even think about this. I need this week. This week we've got a crazy week for stuff lined up because listen to how this lineup is for the week. So today we've got Morning Mindset. And then we've got Masters of Success call at 9:30, so here in 45 minutes. Then we've got OSG office hours. That's tonight at 6 p.m. Tomorrow with Tuesday with Todd, we are doing DTV. I got to double check, so I got to send a message to Patrick just to verify that we could. This is a brand new product that Caesar has not released. They're releasing it tomorrow at 1 p.m., and so we could be the first ones to show it tomorrow. So that's kind of exciting there. We could be the first ones to actually show off. There's 2 things with it. One, if I have to use transfer tape with it, I need to make sure to print everything today because it does need to set for 24 hours before using transfer tape on it. But, there's a couple different things I've got to try and figure out to make work with this. So that way I can set it up, because we got to cut it using registration marks. We'll use the Graph Tech. Then we'll yeah, because then we'll just be able to peel it off and use it that way. But pretty trick stuff. You can't talk a whole lot about it until tomorrow after they release it, but that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Yeah, that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. that they're doing that. So then we have Tuesday with Todd at 5 o'clock. Excuse me, 5 o'clock tomorrow is Tuesday with Todd. Wednesday, we got Morning Mindset again, because remember, we do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, go ahead, please do so. We love doing this for you, 3 times a week. It's just kind of get you going for the day. How can we help you? And what I found the easiest for me is making that list, because I'm a list checker. So then we've got that on Wednesday. Wednesday night, 5 p.m., we have got the Q&A with TNA. So that'll be again this week at 5 p.m. And then Thursday, we have our DTF bundle drop. That'll be happening at 2 p.m. There's 3 that I'm choosing between. I'm actually talking with Corey when she gets back to let her make the final call on it, because, hey, school's starting, so we do that. Fall's right here, so we need to get in that. I need to get stuff in your hands, so that way you're able to get out there. So we're looking, the fall stuff right now, sports, more fall sports things, more football things, and how we can make that. That's the hardest thing to do with this is we need to be, at least 6 weeks ahead. So that way there's plenty of time for you guys to sell things. But there's so much, between all the fall sports, between all the fall designs, between Halloween, between breast cancer awareness, and then we're right into Christmas. How, we're going to have to start dropping things more often to be able to get that to you. So there's things that you see, or there's suggestions you make. You tell me, what more transfer bundles would you like to see? When we did the Sports Mom did really well. The months one did really well. The back to school one did okay, but that's because school's already starting. And see, we should have had that in July. So there's a lot of things to get to know it. There you go. I'm not having any luck with selling epoxy tumblers. I hear comments that the market is oversaturated. Don't know if I should continue, but I enjoy making them. So here's the thing. I've heard that for shirts for years. I heard that, as soon as, the Cricut came on the market, and then, the Cameos, everything else, the craft cutters, they came on. Market is oversaturated. Nobody is buying it. They are. You just have to find your right people for it. I think a lot of it comes down to commission-based work, because what I like to do, somebody else may not like. And that's where a lot of where Corey's side of it is this more commission-based stuff. So she'll do things for weddings, bachelor parties, the girls' trips, the birthday presents, the Christmas presents, the things like that. That's what she does. A lot of it. It's not just here. We're just gonna make a cup, and then we're just gonna put it out there for sale. It's something that we try and push more of that side of it. And then, I can't wait to hear what she learned down there, because a lot of that is this, people enjoy making them. So if you enjoy making something and you get to do it, now us and where we feel that we can, kind of have some fun with it at is if we're going to carry the products, right? If we're carrying the glitters and the mica powders and the epoxy and the tumblers themselves and all of that, how can we, how do you promote it? Well, you make videos of it. So we'll be able to make a video, show it, and then we'll be able to put kits together. So, like the pencil kits, the tumblers that look like pencils. Here's a tumbler. Here's all the stuff for it. What are the supplies? That's what it's called. Here's all the supplies for it. Here's how to make it. Here's the video that goes through step by step on how to make it. And then that's how we would do it more on that side of it, because we figure it just makes sense. People love just to create. At the end of the day, everybody wants to create it. And there's some awesome ones out there. And then there's some other ones that are like nailed it and it's totally wrong. And people are cool with it. Like, just having fun with it. And so it goes, and for us here, how can we help support others and help support you? That's what we really want to do. Hey, let's see how we can build this together. What kind of fun can we have? Now, I like to keep these short and sweet. So, we're at 20 minutes now. I'd like, that's about where I want to be. No more. Sometimes we go longer. And I've still got a lot to get accomplished in the last 40 minutes before we start up this next one. Anytime, Vicky. Yeah, I don't think, like, if you enjoy making them, and this is why we go longer. If you enjoy making something, don't stop making it, right? If it makes you happy, good. If you're doing it as a hobby, great. Where people get tripped up at is they'll do a bunch of stuff and then they'll go to a craft show or a vendor show and they'll put their cups up there and then they won't sell a single one and they'll feel defeated. And then they're like, nobody's buying them. Okay, so there's 2 reasons for this. One, some people just don't understand, what they're getting out of it, right? I've said, people, they'll never pay, $110 for a cup, right? Okay, these are the same people that'll spend $110 on a meal that they crap out tomorrow, right? Here, I took you out to dinner. That was it. You got to put the value behind it. Here's something you just can't go get off the shelf. You can't go buy it. So put value in your product, put value in the process for it. Don't undercut yourself. So when I see people selling tumblers, and in fact, I just saw last night that somebody was selling tumblers at $20, epoxy tumblers. Okay, I'm doing the math in my head, and I don't think they produced it for 20. I think they were losing money on each one that they're doing. I'm almost positive they are. Now, they could have something else going on, but I'm almost positive that they're losing money on every one of them. And that devalues your product, right? It devalues yourself. You are worth it, so make sure you're charging accordingly. The other thing is going to trade shows or going to vendor shows, craft shows. I've always went into it with, how many sales I'm going to have today? 0. I'm going to have 0 sales, but I'm going to make 10 connections. That's what I'm going to do. 0 sales, 10 connections, because that's what I want. I want the connections. I don't need the business today. I don't need you to spend your $50 on your tumbler today. What I need is for you to spend $500 later. So how can we make that connection? How can we work together to do it? Because I'm sure, it's just not tumblers that you're doing. There's plenty of other stuff that you're doing that you were able to build that connection with and show it. And so that's what I go into it with. 0 sales, 10 connections. Let's see what happens from there. Because now it changes. Now you don't care if you're selling anything. You want to make that connection with somebody. You want to talk to them. You want to have fun with them. You want to see what else you can do with them. And like on our side, when we go to, before when we would go to vendor shows, craft shows, things like that, where a lot of my later business came from was from other booths. You'd go to it and you'd see that they'd really have no signage on it. They wouldn't really have much. Hey, we can help you with this. Hey, not even wearing shirts that says your business name on it. We can help you with this. And so you do that B2B side of it. And a lot of good things can come from that because they're selling other people and they're like, oh, I love your shirt. Who'd you get from? Hey, they helped us with it. So you just start growing your business that way with other businesses. And then where was it going with the other one? The other one, 0 sales on that. Oh, sometimes it's just the people, right? If you don't know what that craft show is going to bring, then it's hard to sell things at that craft show. You're going to spend all this time and take all this product there, but if it's not the right product for the right people, it's really hard to do. And that goes with any vending show, any craft show. If you take the wrong product to the wrong people, you're not selling anything. You take the right product to the right people, you are. So I go into it, it's more of a display thing. Here's how we can do it. Here's what we can do. Let me show you some of the work and let's see how we can work together. Go into it with that mindset, and I think it's a lot better. Yeah. People sell way too cheap. Value your time, value your process. We just had a discussion on this on the whole DTF transfer side of things. And somebody says, I don't understand how somebody can sell it at this price point. And I said, yeah, here's how. I said, based on my numbers, here's where what it actually costs you. And then like, what about labor? What about this? I'm like, this is everything. And I broke it down for them on how we came up with their pricing of here's what it is for labor. Here's what it is for this. And they're like, I'd never seen somebody break it down like that. I said, yes. So now you can see this is how they can sell it at. They said, are they selling? No. I said, but what they're hoping for and what they're striving for is to have their printer running 6 to 8 hours a day. Everything is paid for and they're making a little profit. I said, and then over time, I said, that's all it is it's that. I said, but they're basing on value, on volume. They're looking at printing out, 1,000 feet a day of stuff. That's what they're after. And that's me. Here's where our business is and where it needs to be. This is what I have to sell it at. So are there people that sell transfers cheaper than me? Absolutely. Do I care? Absolutely not. Everybody's going to find their people. And if people want to go to somebody who prints cheaper, that's fine. That's completely up to them. If people want to stay with us, I love it. We do our best to always support everybody. And, there's sometimes that issues have come up and we do our best to strive and take care of those people because, hey, I know I've been on that side of it where artwork comes in. I'm like, is this really how this is supposed to look? And they're like, oh, but I don't always catch that because I don't know what the artwork is supposed to look like. You always want to do, you always want to do what's best for you and your business. So yeah, like this, like Jose said, I don't know if they make money, right? You don't know. Don't worry about what another business is doing. Don't worry about what another business is selling stuff for. Don't worry about who they're talking to and the things that they're making. Worry about yourself. Worry about your business. The amount of time that you're taking worrying about them, take that time that you're worrying and then worry about your own business. Invest in yourself, invest in your business. Good things will happen. I promise you. When you start really taking a look at, am I in front of the right people? Am I providing the products that my people want? Or am I just saying, yep, this is what you're going to get? Do a little research, interact with the people. Always do your best to interact with them. That's why I think we can make things grow. All right, I got to get out of here. You guys have an amazing day. Like I said, we got a full week. We'll see everybody here. OSG member, OSG Masters of Success member. We'll see you here in the next 34 minutes. Other than that, peace, love, press on. You guys have a great day. See you tomorrow if I get the button right. See you guys.